Hello, hello.
Good day.
We have a special guest today,
We do indeed.
right from the start.
Against her will.
Psst.
Against her will.
We didn't drag you in here.
So how is it rolling out of bed at noon?
Fantastic. You should try it. It's really cleansing for the soul. Just really wipes away everything.
Like I've been up for 9 hours already. Well, not 9.
That's ridiculous.
Almost.
I've
It's 9.
been up for 5 minutes,
Nice.
if that.
Nice.
Yeah,
So what's on tap for today?
not much.
Gonna hang with the coolest people ever?
Yeah, I have to go do gardening at Mabel's. So,
Going to Grandma's, do some gardening.
hey, I'm helping an old lady out.
Let me check whether it's still pretty cold out. But
Well, if it's too cold, we're gonna sort through things for her garage sale.
is the garage getting cleaned out today?
The garage got cleaned yesterday
What was it?
by the cot junk people.
They showed up?
Yeah.
Very cool.
They were gone before I even woke up.
Shocker.
We do need to switch out winter gear. That's about the only thing we need. Find out how to prune flowers. Like
Okay.
rose
I'll do
bushes,
that.
lilacs. That'd be helpful.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Cool. Anything going on?
Nope. I got a PAT this week.
Nice.
That's about it.
You excited?
Provincial
Achievement test.
achievement test. Yeah.
It's not aptitude anymore?
No. Because they can't say it's aptitude because it isn't for marks. No, it's English. English is easy. I'm worried about my math ones, but I've been studying with Miss... Can I say her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been studying with my favorite teacher ever, Miss Tice.
That's nice.
Yep.
That's good. I'm proud of you of going and getting help. What made you decide that you needed to go get help?
Because the way Miss Tice explains things is a lot more how I need to be explained to. But
Did you want to move up here with me? We can kind of squish together.
sure.
She's kind of sitting on the floor, so.
Because the closet is not meant for 3 people.
No.
Not meant for anybody, really. But here we are.
Here we are. I'm up a little bit higher.
Oh, that's so much more comfortable for my butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to talk about today?
Oh, I don't know if I can answer that freely.
Answer freely.
You know, it's tough having such annoying parents.
You got a different set of parents? I know you're going to be talking about us.
How are we annoying?
I plead the fifth.
That's not a thing in Canada.
No?
Oh, you don't have the Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, I suppose. But nothing like it?
We have freedom of opinion
Mhm.
and right to remain silent. I evoke my right to remain silent. I can just start talking about the Charter and rights and freedoms if you want, and the
Sure.
Constitution.
There you go.
I didn't know we didn't have the freedom of speech.
No.
here.
No.
Because then that entails to freedom of hate speech, and that's why the States is more prone to that than us, because it's technically against our Constitution. But yeah,
Is it different then? Freedom of speech versus freedom of opinion?
yeah, because it goes freedom of opinion, but then it says no hate speech immediately underneath.
Right.
So you have your freedom to opinion, but the second it starts hating on someone else.
Then you can't. I did
Then you
know
can't.
that. I did know that we have that. And I do see the line where, influential people have crossed and are getting in trouble. Like a psychologist in Canada getting in trouble. And he's like, I can say what I want. I can say my opinion, but it is more hurtful.
Would that be Jordan Peterson?
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Is he a psychologist?
Yeah.
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 Oh, is he the one who wrote the 12 rules?
Yep.
He's the one. I showed Maya his book. I didn't put the two together yesterday. And I'm like, I can't believe, because he is such a popular psychologist, literally in his book, holding children down, saying like him and his wife would do this, holding a child down, not even their child, babysitter, like they're babysitting this baby, holding him down in his crib, calling him a monster because he's crying.
Yeah.
And like that's like one of the most popular books. So what has he done? Like what is he?
No, he's an exceptionally smart guy, but he's also a very opinionated guy, and a certain part of the demographic gravitates towards that sort of approach.
Yeah.
So,
But I know
but yeah, exceptionally smart guy, and at times has really interesting insights, but also at times maybe not so much, but yeah, again, it comes down to gray. It's not black or white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of gray, that's a good segue into what I was about to say.
Yeah, what about my beard?
It has gotten significantly more white. I don't think I've ever actually like looked at it in a while.
Because you used to have the Elvira beard, but it's
Yeah.
now just more white.
Yeah, you have two little streaks right here and then kind of one here. You should grow it up and make me Santa Claus every year.
You know what it is? It's when I went away. So I went away for 3 weeks.
Yeah, having to stick with me and Maya for 3 weeks.
Is that what it is? My stress level increased?
Yeah, because I wasn't around.
Sure, babe. That's exactly it. Nailed it.
Yep.
Do I increase your stress
Yep,
when I'm
entirely.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. It's really bad acoustics in here.
How do I increase everybody's stress?
I plead the fifth.
Well, when you go away, there's less dishes.
Which again doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense.
When you go away, my chores get done without being asked.
Do they?
More likely, because I get
There's
really
a wider
angry.
berth. There's a wider berth given to when she gets them done, is what it is.
I'm just trying
No.
to help you guys so you don't have to do multiple days of picking up dog poo.
Yeah, but it doesn't help. It nags.
Speaking of which, you got to do that today.
Yeah, no. Without missing a beat.
No, and it's exactly why I did it.
Well,
Wait, why? I did poo yesterday.
What day is it today?
Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday.
Yeah.
I have the weekend. And I did it yesterday.
Yeah, she gets to choose which day she does it. So it's smart that you did it yesterday. She normally waits till Sunday, but I've always said if you do it Saturday, that's less poo. That's more poo for your sister to pick up on Monday.
And I did it Saturday morning.
So double smart,
So what I'm hearing is the dogs are tracking poo into the house for the rest of the weekend.
probably.
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
So the one thing that I was going to talk about was one thing that's been coming up more and more and more in talking with the teachers. A lot of it's from teachers, but I do see it with the parents too. Just the way they express it is a little bit different, but it's just this culture of disrespect.
Oh, you invited a great guest for today. Continue.
What?
No, and I thought actually it would be
What?
interesting
It would be.
to have your actually. So I'm going to ask a question of you, but it's a culture of disrespect to each other as well as parents and authority and things like that. So I think it was 50 years ago. I had the thing here, but now I don't necessarily see it. But you know, just talking about this role confusion with parents is part of the problem. I'll come to the question in a second for you. But you know, remember that book, Everything I Learned in Kindergarten?
Yep.
And it was all the things like share and
Roll.
be nice, you know, to other people and I know clean up your stuff. I can't even remember everything that was after it. So there was a time that you did learn that in kindergarten, right? And in school was a great place for socialization. It's not play dates with other kids. I know we've talked about that before where we learn with other kids, but it is things like, you know, at school. But now school has been so focused on, I've lost the quote. I'm looking for the quote, but I've lost it. I remember it well enough that I'll bring it up. But schools are so focused on numeracy and literacy and, you know, like even kindergarten programs, it's like pre-university prep. Like it's just unbelievable. So there's no time to learn these skills.
Right.
But parents probably they probably weren't explicitly taught them as children because we were taught it in school, right? We were taught all of these things in school and we had time to play and solve problems and conflict resolution and all of those things. So they're just not learning the socialization. And so we really need to. Well, here it is. So I've got a question. Okay.
Okay.
So 50 years ago, there was a sociologist who asked teenagers, let's say you had always wanted to belong to a particular club in school, and then finally you were asked to join. But then you found out that your parents didn't approve the group. So you're going to high school next year, and there's a club that you really want to.
The Glee Club.
It doesn't matter what club. But we're like, no, absolutely not. Would you still join it?
Do you want my honest opinion
Yes.
or the reality of said opinion?
Well, both. Let's do both.
Okay, well, the reality being I need your guys' permission to join anything because I need like a million release forms and a ton of your kid could die, even though your kid won't die. So if you guys don't approve, I can't do it. That being said, if I really wanted to join it and I thought you guys were being a little bit unfair, I would do it anyways.
So what you're saying is you commit fraud?
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know. I've never really had that problem though. Mom was very much join every activity and every club and meet everybody. And so, and especially grade 7, I did every single sport that my school offered.
Yeah.
Except for basketball, because I dropped out of that pretty quickly when I saw the team.
Well, so 50 years ago, kids pretty much said no. Like,
Yeah.
no, I would not do that if my parents said no, right? So there was that sort of authority, there was that respect. And I think this is going to have to turn into a series because there's a lot of different topics along the same thing. So now, okay, let's do a little bit more common one. So more recently, there was a guy who asked the similar sort of thing. If all your friends joined a particular social media site and they all wanted to join, but your parents did not approve, would you still join the site?
No.
Okay, how come?
Well, A, that's already how it is, and it's the dumbest thing ever.
What, that we don't let you have social media?
No,
Or that
no.
kids are on social media?
A, that kids are on it, and B, just social media in general is so dumb.
How come? What makes it dumb?
Well, like, you just spend all your time on it and stressing about it. What is the point? The thing I'm stressing about is when I can get new books because I'm very low on them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Should have come to the book. So yeah, we were just talking about that in our last week's episode.
I was doing child labor.
Okay.
And I woke up when you guys left. Like, Dad had texted me like an hour before, and I had woken up an hour later.
Right.
So I didn't even have a choice. Yeah. Also, that's not really a question I can answer because that's my life.
Because you don't have social media.
Because I don't have social media anyway. So I don't really know anything else. And same with the other one. It's like, you guys let me do things, so I don't really know anything else. So that's why it would be weird for me if you guys were adamantly against something.
Well, maybe we come back to this disrespect thing. I do think, well, just so you know, current kids wouldn't even say yes or no. They would just laugh like it was a joke, like
And do what they wanted.
as if my parents could ever stop me doing anything. So I think that that's going to lead into where I want to go maybe next time, because now you're here. I think it's good to have this conversation about social media and things like that, right? First of all, do you see the disrespect towards adults, towards each other?
Oh, towards each other for sure. Yeah, no, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
Kids are mean.
Yeah.
To adults, maybe it's just like my friend groups. Some of my friends are like really rude to their parents and they fight with their parents a lot. That being said, those friends are usually first generation, and so that they're used to Canadian way of life and their parents aren't. And so then that's where the fights start. But to teachers, no. Only some teachers get like walked on in the school.
Yeah.
And that's because they let it happen. But yeah, for the most part, we're respectful to our teachers because if a teacher hates you, you're failing all your tests, and then your parents hate you. So it's weird cycle.
I do see that. In grade 8, we had a teacher who just couldn't hold his authority, and we just kind of walked all over him. Okay, but let's go back to the social media. That's where I was going to go, but now that you're here, I think it's valuable to talk about. So do you think it's been a good thing? Because you're going to be going into grade 10 next year, so you're at the end of grade 9 now. Do you think it's a good thing that we have never allowed you to have like free cell phone, social media, all of that stuff?
Yes, entirely.
Okay, how come?
Well, when I was younger, I would hate it because I was like always left out. Now I am grateful for it. It's just so dumb. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it.
Do you find that it's challenging for those friends that do have it now? Like you said earlier, they're constantly stressing about it and constantly checking it. Like, is there more to it that you find that they got to deal with because of it?
I mean, I don't think there is more to it necessarily. I think they make more of it than there should be. But
like make more of the comments that are made,
like the importance of what they're seeing on it, sort of thing.
Yeah, and like Snapchat just stressing about how they look if they're snapping someone, and then or like stuff like that.
Okay.
See, I wouldn't survive on Snapchat.
Why?
No way.
Why?
If I had to stress about how I looked, oh no. That hasn't happened to me in decades.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the sending pictures of your face. Like, just text them.
Yeah.
Or just go look at them in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
person.
you're a talker. You're a call. You've always been like
Yeah.
just calling up people and FaceTiming people. That's always been your MO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first day you realized that you could make phone calls on Google, I'm like, who is she talking to for hours? And she's just calling up people, great grandpa John, all the grandparents, anyone she knew, and she memorized everybody's phone number.
I don't like typing. I hate typing because I either spell it wrong or I just get bored midway what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, screw this. I'm just gonna call you.
Good skill to have.
It's easier.
Well, early 2000s, everyone started texting. I'm like, this is stupid. No, I didn't. I refused to have a phone. I refused to text. I'm like, I will just pick up a phone, a landline, and call you.
Which is hilarious because you don't like doing that either.
No, back then though, I did. But now,
Also, I yap like quite a bit.
What?
Oh, I know it's crazy. Typing doesn't get through my thought, and I'm a sarcastic person. So texts don't really portray what I'm trying to say.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, people infer the wrong tone from stuff a lot of times.
Yeah.
Do you see, so you don't like, yeah, it's just wasting time. They're stressing about things. Do you see them causing fights, whether with other friends or with their parents? Like, what other problems do you see with screens and phones and social media, if anything? Are they being tracked? Like, are there things that
Oh yeah, no. I have friends who have Snapchat primarily just to stalk their children wherever they are.
oh, wow.
Yeah. Like my friend, we go outside for gym and we went for a walk around the neighborhood. Comes back to her phone after gym, checks, and her mom goes, "Why were you outside of school limits?"
Mm,
During school, and she was like, "Well, we went on a walk," and her mom didn't believe her, thought she was skipping. And I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a little bit creepy, for sure.
Yeah. We don't know where you are. Like
When you leave the house, you cease to exist. It's like when the dogs, when we leave, they just go about their business. I'm kind of the same. When you come back, it's like, oh my God, you're back. I can't wait to talk to you about your day.
there's been a couple of days, well, even this week, I'm like, are you coming home? Well, I'm going to bed, so
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the dogs out.
Well, I'm usually with like the same 3 people. Not like I go far. They're all within a triangle of
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah,
that's true.
exactly. I'm not worried. And that's the thing. And we were just having this discussion the other day, like how your friends are lying to their parents about where they're going and sneaking out. Whereas, and they were like, your parents will just let you come over to my house?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah. And so you're honest. You're honest when you do skip a class at school, and you're honest when you do go, because you just know we're not going to ream you out about it.
No.
And we're
Also, I don't just like be like, "Ah, screw this bullshit. I'm leaving." And like, oh, sorry, I made that explicit. Whatever.
that's okay.
And leave. Like the one day I skipped class, I called you and said, "I'm not going back to my class. I
Yeah.
cannot handle it today." And then I went right back. That being said, your secretary did see me while I was out. I don't know if I ever told you this. Jory was out while
No.
I was out. Saw me and she's like, "Am I telling your mom about this?" I'm like, she knows I'm here. But so I don't.
We do not run a tight ship.
Well, the things that are important to us, i.e. social media, we bring our authority and we put boundaries on that, right? Like we're not completely rule free and you can't do
No.
anything that you want, but the things that are very important, you know that we're serious. And some things like we want to win the war. We can't win every battle. And so we got to pick and choose, but they've got to be the important things.
And having children is a war. It is us against them every day.
And screens has to be, even if it's not that important to you, it just has to be because of sleep and relationships and mental health and all of those things. Anyway.
And I think you guys have fair rules. That's the other thing. I think your rules make sense and I know the reasons behind them. And it's not like, I'm just going to keep using my friends as examples. I have some friends, their parents say no to everything. Doesn't matter what it is. They could be going to a study group and their parents say no because they don't know the people or whatever. But then I have other friends who one day they'll say yes, but then other days they'll say no, just depending on the mood they're in. Whereas you guys, I know what is a hard no. I know what you're going to say no to every single time. But then I also know what is kind of maybes. Like you'll say yes or no, depending on if we have something or stuff. And then I know what's yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and we taught you and your sister from an early age not to assume what the answer is and to ask us.
Yeah.
Right? Because there was times when they'd be like, well, I know I can't have it. And we would say, well, you don't know unless you ask, so ask. And in those moments is usually when we would probably reverse to a yes if it was not a huge deal, just to show you that you can always ask,
Yeah.
right?
And yeah, when I was little, you guys definitely said like just come ask us.
Yeah.
From and instead of being scared to ask or just like lying. That's the other thing. Why lie about sneaking out when that could just put you in more danger that your parents are scared of? Like your parents are scared of you going out because they don't want you to be in a dangerous situation, but then you lie about where you're going. You don't tell them you're leaving. That just puts you in more danger because nobody knows where you are or where you're going.
And with us, we have no way to track you. So once you go into the world, you're on your own.
Whereas Maya like makes sure that people know where she's going.
Every time. Every time.
And just in case she ends up in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do that too now, just in case I'm like, I don't want this to be 187 hours. This is where I am in the world, just in case.
Yeah.
I'm all by myself.
Usually 3 people know where I am. It's usually one of you, Mabel, and then like Cece.
Yeah.
Just because as long like I don't need people to like track me, but as long as you guys know where I am, if I'm like, guys, I don't want to be here anymore.
And you're good.
I can,
You're good to say, oh, we're leaving the mall. We're just gonna go over to so and so's house.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, I'll check in because I don't want you guys to be like, where is she now?
Yeah. And I think it is like you nailed everything that I would say. We're consistent with the
Yeah.
things that are important. We lay out the reasons why. It's not just because I said so. It's not because I just flew off the handle angry. Because a lot of parents will do that. That's it. Give me your phone. There's no reason. It's just because the parent was angry, their own emotional dysregulation. And you think they're fair. And we can negotiate. And we will sort of have those negotiations. I know we're not perfect parents by any means. No, she's shaking her head. Yeah. So no, we're not perfect parents. But I think that those things. Now, just with the screens, do you think you're at a disadvantage not having, social media?
No.
Okay, you're not at all.
No. It's not like I like met my friends through social media and that's the only way I see them.
That's true.
The only thing I have is messages. If my friends want to see me, they can be like, hey, want to come over? And then I'll go over. I don't care. Otherwise, I'll see you on Monday in class.
Is there any, because I know a lot of families are struggling taking phones away from their kids, especially at nighttime.
So stupid.
What's stupid? Just even having it in their room.
Well, I just don't get it. Like, you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is more important to me than anything else in this world. Maybe.
This is true.
You're a big sleeper.
Maybe a book. And I'll read a little bit before I go to bed. But then I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big sleeper.
Well, we've always just had the rule that we all plug in our phones downstairs.
Yeah.
Right. Like that was just always the rule. Any tips that you could give parents who are listening to help them get the phones out of the room or to put some limits on it?
I mean, I think the only tip I can give is just have a perfect kid like me. Makes life. No. What I was gonna say is just if you like grow up with it, it's easy because that's just what I expect. If you are
Say
just
today, if today all of a sudden we needed to take away phone, social media, you've had it this whole time, it's been in your room. Like think of your friends who are the worst on social media. And it was like that.
Well, if you got to enforce it regularly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just randomly one day be like, okay, that's it, everything's done. Because then they're just gonna get angry at you, and then it's gonna get worse. And so you just gotta regularly enforce it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. That doesn't really pertain to me much. So
Yeah. Is there anything that we could do? Like if we were going to start cracking down, you'd probably just be mad no matter what. But
me?
yeah, like if we were to, I can't even think of something we would crack down.
Take your books out of her room.
No,
Yeah.
I'd be so angry.
Take it down and dart away.
No more books for you. No more diamond art for you.
Hey?
I would start crying. That's not funny. That's literally all I do.
I know.
That would literally be my whole life taken away from me.
Well, for a lot of kids, it's their social media.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
But my books and my diamond art are
Now you
my
know
life.
the power we wield. Don't forget it.
Cool beans. Any other advice for us, for other parents listening from a teenage perspective?
Can I go back to my have a perfect kid?
That's it.
That's the best advice I can give.
All right.
So start early.
Yep.
How can they raise a perfect kid?
Just call me.
Okay.
Jeez.
Hey, you're the
You
one that raised
definitely
me.
did not raise a humble child.
Yeah, we didn't put the humility in this mix at all.
I don't know. I don't really know how to help.
Okay.
I'm not the parent.
Just keep on trucking, kid.
Is there anything we could do a little bit better?
I plead the fifth.
Not a thing.
It's for helping. It's for helping. It's a learning opportunity.
How do
for
we
each
get better to
parent.
help you with what you need?
After that, for starters,
What? Ask
just
questions?
nagging. Nagging pisses me off more than anything in this world.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. Yesterday,
Can I in a little secret?
Hmm.
We hate it too.
okay, well, yesterday, nobody was home. Did all my chores. Did everything.
Yeah.
It's funny because I told Mom that.
Yep.
When you weren't responding to her, I said, I bet you, I wonder if she's at home doing her chores. And Mom laughed. And that was exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the second someone tells me to do something, I'm not doing it. And that's the other thing. If I do something, you and Maya do this, Mother. I don't know why, but it angers me so much. If I do something and then you're like, oh, you missed a spot, I'm just gonna turn around and walk away and not finish it. I just need to be left alone to do it myself. Can't be told how to do it, when to do it. I just need to do it.
Yeah, I do. And I do know that one. And sometimes, like, it's not to make you correct. It's just like in my office because there's dog hair and I think I'm allergic. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason from that perspective. But from your perspective, I can see, yeah, that's crappy. It feels like
Or like
everything
today,
you did is.
I was putting dishes away. Maya comes over and goes, that's how you're putting your dishes? I put my dish down, walked away and told her to do it if she didn't like it. Dad was there for that. I was so mad. Like, just let me do my dishes. I'm gonna fix it.
Let them do it their way. And this is something I teach. But I also tell people when I teach this, I'm not a perfect parent and I fall into traps too. And so I'm going to be intentional. What would be helpful if I see things like with your sister? What I've been doing is like, oh, what day is it? Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday. And then she's like, oh, yeah, okay, it's my poo day, for example. But is there anything that could help just for other parents who might be nagging their kids to be done instead? Because sometimes we don't say anything and then it doesn't get done.
Yeah. I would say for me, instead of telling, like instead of going, hey, you need to do your chores today, be like, hey, what's the plan with chores today? Like ask what their plan is or ask when they're gonna do it. Because then it reminds them that they need to do it, but then it also gives them their timeline to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Mm-hmm.
Why are you smiling?
Love the advice. I'm going to use it.
No, you're fine. You don't do this.
I'm gonna use this all the time.
Because I'm pretty sure we have.
I'm gonna do it so much. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna do a follow-up episode, and you're gonna be like, "Please stop doing that thing I told you to do."
Well, because you're gonna abuse it. I regret doing this. You're welcome for helping
This has
with
been
your podcast.
fantastic having you in the
Thank you.
closet.
No, I do love you. How
It's been
being
very
here.
nice. What's the plan for the rest of the day for here?
Gardening at Mabel's. Oh my God. Do people just this one thing I say?
One question, mission accomplished. Woo-hoo, best parent ever.
And
You know what? That's a perfect record.
And Mabel's, for just people listening, is grandma.
Yeah, Mabel's her middle name. She hates it. We've conditioned her to respond to it. Mabel and Gruber are what we call her because Grandma Uber. But now she can't even be called Gruber because I drive her around. And anytime I'm at her house and I'll be like, hey, Grandma, do you want to drive? She'll go, I'm old. You should be driving me places.
So it's Woober.
Yeah. Well, okay. No, I don't like that.
Woober.
Nope. Okay, Andrew.
Okay. That's what I call myself. And everybody calls me. Thank you very much for recognizing that.
Yeah. I call you Andrew quite a bit. I should probably stop calling you Andrew.
Okay.
I have friends who get grounded for calling their parents by their first name. I have a friend gets grounded if she calls her mom.
Has to be mother?
Or no, sorry, other way around. Mother.
Oh.
She gets grounded if she calls her mom mother.
See, that's unreasonable. You don't need to. That's something that you don't need to put your foot down.
You're right, mother.
Good job, Andrew. Good job, Mom. I call Mom woman when I'm mad at her.
I know you do.
Yeah. I should probably stop doing that. That's the one I should probably stop doing.
Yeah.
Well, it's because your father does it.
Yeah, because it's usually an exclamation of like exasperation. Like, woman, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's how he says it almost every time. Yep.
Like you trying to find the winter clothes.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who labeled all the bins and they're labeled.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yep.
I don't know
I don't know what's in here.
Yeah.
So do you know what it resulted in? I'm purchasing clear storage totes now because I'm done with this game.
It's funny, but it's like a Christmas morning every time you go into a bin.
It is not like a Christmas morning.
No idea what you're gonna get.
No, it is like a
You wrote
plastic.
that on one.
It's a plastic.
Literally wrote that on one.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
What?
It's like a Christmas morning. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yep.
Another one was, maybe I know what's in here, maybe I don't. Literally wrote that.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah, sure does.
Hilarious. It's hilarious.
I keep coughing, sorry. Can I just say, I want you to do that little star thing in the corner of your episode with special guest, and then like a picture of me. I would really love if you did that.
You got it.
Please
Okay.
and thank you.
Send us a picture that you like, and we'll do that.
Any baby photo. Really, any baby photo. I
Baby
would
Done.
love.
Not a
Yeah.
current one.
Done and
Oh,
done.
Dad's got
Yep.
the baby photos.
Or like the one where I'm in my like red tutu with the mask on and the sheet. Like, I love that one.
When you were doing your Italy masquerade, what was that for? Like your sister was teaching us about, yeah, like, oh, how kings and queens are coordinated in Italy or something. And you were like,
You were the guinea pig.
Yep. I'm usually the guinea pig. She has a lot of school projects with me on them. Mr. Virgie has some of them. And he's like, oh, you're the little sister who was in this. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Like her, like, do you remember her game show one she had to do the other time?
oh, yeah.
And we were like the news hosts.
Yes.
Yep.
I still got those.
Yeah.
I do too.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us. Good day.
Thanks for joining us.
I was going to say child.
Yeah.
Or Chillo. Or Woober.